Hey guys, it's Nikki, and today we're going to be making a card. And the paper line that I'm using is K & Company's K Sera Sera. And this is what the paper pack looks like. And I'll just flip through it. This is a fairly old collection, so most everyone has seen it. It's got some really pretty papers in it though. And actually what I'm using to make this card is scraps from a mini book that I had made. So that's the paper line we're using. And here are my scraps. I've already cut them down to size just to save some time. And so we'll be using this brown piece. And on the back it looks like this. And this green piece. This pink piece. And this orange piece. So, and in the background of each of these pieces it's got really faint designs, which is what I like about it. And the stamp set I'm going to be using is a Studio G stamp set. It says Quite the Pear, and it's got a pear stamp, but I have a die cut that I'm going to use instead of the stamps. But you can get these in the dollar bin at Michael's. I've had this for a while and haven't had a chance to use it, so I thought I'd use it on this card today. So let's get started. We're going to be doing some embossing first. And I learned when my last card that I made that I don't want to adhere my mats down to my card and then try to emboss them because it warps them. But this is stuck really good. Oh, okay. Got that off. I'm just going to lay it down on my mat. And this is a block from the Paper Studio. You can get them from Hobby Lobby. And anytime they have their clear stamps on sale, they put these blocks on sale too. And so you can get them from close to nothing, like $1.50. So we're going to be using my Big Embossy, and we're going to be using the clear this time because I've got some embossing powder. And this is Stampendous. It's the Pearl Luster. And this is called Pearl Luster Peridot. I don't know if you can see that. And I got this at Michael's. And I've had it for a while. I don't use it much, but I do like it. And let me see if I can find a piece of scratch paper. This will work. So I'm just going to move these out of the way. And we're going to be stamping this in this upper right, it's my right hand corner. So just ink up my, and I don't have any Versamark, but this ink pad stays sticky for, you know, a few minutes, which is all you really need when you're embossing. I just don't like how messy the lid gets, and it sometimes transfers the ink from, you know, the black ink onto the clear. But other than that, I'm going to stamp that, and yeah, stamp good, and then sprinkle my embossing powder up. And shake off the excess. Okay, and I'm just going to pour this back into my bottle. And I like to I like to store my ink pads upside down. It just seems to make the colors last longer. So we're going to heat up our embossing tool, and then we're going to emboss this. Okay, so we've got this embossed, and this is what it looks like. And it's got I don't know how well you can see it, but it's got a gold undertone to it, and that's what I wanted. So I'm going to set that aside and let it dry. And for my card base, I'm just using some craft cardstock, and this is an A2 size card, but instead of cutting it landscape, which would put it at 5.5 by 4.25, I cut it portrait. And I've already stamped my little signature stamp on the back. That's what I put on all my cards. And so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to round this corner. And this corner punch, I believe I got this at Hobby Lobby. It's an EK Success. I don't have one of the corner chompers, but that works well. It's a 1/4 inch. So we're going to take this brown, which is going to be our bottom layer, and I'm going to round this corner as well, like that. And how did I want this? I'm going to put it kind of like this. So let me get my tape on and just put some ATG tape on it. And put this down. And then I'm also going to round this corner. And when I punch my corners, I always flip my corner punch upside down so that I can make sure that the corner is lining up. Just a little tip. And before I do that, before I adhere that, I'm going to take this scallop punch. This is by EK Success. And I'm just going to punch a border on this orange strip. Just lining up with the markings. Okay. So I got that punched. And I'm going to actually cut this down a bit because it's just going to be showing the scallop edge. So I'm going to layer it like this. And actually, I think I want to use dimensionals on that. So I got my bucket. This is what I keep my dimensionals in. We'll just use the square ones. So just put some dimensionals in here. And then you just take in, this is the back side. Just line it up. Like that. Okay. And then I'm actually going to trim this pink part down because I don't want it that long. So should have done that before I put my dimensionals on there, but that's okay. Not quite straight. Okay. And I think we're going to put it right about there. So I'm just going to put tape on this part that I've added the dimensionals to. And then I'm going to put dimension on the pink part so that it will be even. So we're just going to adhere this down like that. And then we're going to put some ATG on this. And I'm going to put this down on the card. Like that. And then I have this die cut, and it's a little group of pears, and it comes from the Brenda Walton die cut cardstock and acetate. And it's got all these cute little handmade die cuts. So, and that's Cane Company. So I'm going to use that, and I'm going to stick this on here and just kind of go catty corner, I guess. That's what I would call it. And so where it's on the pink, I'm not going to put dimensional adhesive, but where it's off, I am. I'm not going to try and put dimensional adhesive here because I don't have any thin enough. But down here on the pears, I'm just going to put regular glue on this. So let me get some bigger glue dots. We can use this circle one. Just stick them on there. Originally I wasn't going to put anything dimensional on this card, but as you know, things change. You get to making cards and then you say, well, this will look better. So I got some tape and some glue dots on there. Just peel these back ends off. Here's my card. So I want the leaves to be on the pink, like that, and the bears down there. And I was thinking of maybe adding this orange ribbon here, but I think that's going to make it too busy. So I'm going to go in with my white gel pen and put some stitching along the outside of this, and then I'll be back to show you the completed card. This is our completed card for the day, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for stopping by. Bye.